It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And here's Jawan Bentley, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Texans and the Jaguars, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. The numbers for him from a week ago. 21 carries, 80 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. They'll get this to about the 38. You look at this Jaguar defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. Meanwhile, Fields' throw caught here by Dulcich. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him a
rush coming. Murray came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Looking to throw on second down, Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's another carry for Harris. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Jacksonville first down, a pickup of 17.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Jaguars looking for that first win of the year. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They're going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd and 9 now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Aaron Donald with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still
After
third
the
down.
delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. That pass completed to Dortch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Eckler now between the tackles. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
A credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A 2-yard gain.
They run for it with Harris. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finds Dulcich out left side. Touchdown! Greg Dulcich, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Elliott Good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And now out come the Jags.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Pass interference. Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Pass hauled in by Johnston. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Najee Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Fields on 1st down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a great play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. Well, he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And this returnable for Hines. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. That's It's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 6. Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Shoves him away. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
3rd down and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Jones able to get in there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Out of the gun, Fields. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield.
And they rally quickly defensively after the grab, but he gets it to the 42. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Fields. Finds Dulcich out left side.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play.
Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Okay, ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
On first down, Fields. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Play action. It's Fields.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Throw to the right. Caught by Dulcich.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Harris starts the drive on the ground.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Second down and inches. Right side, he has Johnston. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Rolling to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Jaguars have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. Houston set to take over. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Fields on 1st down. Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well, and popped it free from his grasp.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Throwing again is Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Fields. Short throw caught by Dosage. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Got his man. It's Dortch. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Fields. A very quick pass to Ridley. And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down.
And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. 4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
Powers through it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 35 before going out. Calling a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
They'll run again with Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to go down back at the 20. 7-yard line. He's sacked. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really